Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you want to rename it again?
Yeah.
Because whatever, the healthy lifestyles by Vitality is boring.
Yes, it is, because this is just our life. So,
It's way easier to just talk about life.
yeah. So, welcome to our podcast where we talk about everything from
Who
our
cares?
life.
Does it?
Who cares?
Who cares?
No, we talk about our life, health and fitness, and how we navigate the chaos and craziness of parenthood, especially with a 2.5-year-old and
Twin boys.
twin baby boys.
Twin baby boys. Identical twin baby boys.
Yes. So
6 months old as of last week.
let's start with who we are. I feel like we should just restart this whole thing over
From
again.
the beginning.
So
yeah, why not? Since it's been about a year.
yes.
Because having twins is a lot.
Yeah. So my name is Aileen. I am a mom of 3 beautiful children, married to this guy over here. And by day, I train, I coach people in nutrition, I instruct Pilates, I do all of those things. I coach people in their lifestyle. And then also by day, by night, all night, we take care of our beautiful children. So we have a daughter, a 2.5-year-old. And like we said, we have identical baby boys that are 6 months old now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a whirlwind. And I think that's what we should talk about today, is just like what's been going on and how we've been navigating it. But that's my intro. So
yeah, I'm Devin. So I also do the same thing. Whatever she just said, I also do, because we do the same thing.
You do more different things.
I do different things.
He's
though.
different. We are not the same.
I'm weird. She's less weird. Also, personal trainer, nutrition coach. I just updated my Instagram bio yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember exactly how I worded it. Well, my mission, or like my little blurb. I help people gain weight, healthy weight, muscle mass. I help people have shoulders that are healthy and feel amazing.
Mm-hmm. Because
you got off my.
I want to say why the shoulder thing.
I know, we'll get to it. And I make you feel. What did I say? Feel like a sexy piece of twisted steel. That's what it was.
I like that. So I think it's funny because with Devin, I feel like you fell into
shoulder health.
No, just where you're at in general. Like I feel like you more so than myself. I feel like mine was a little bit more like, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And I kind of like followed that plan. Like things fell into my lap, but for you.
Oh, you mean like my niche.
Yeah, your niche and just
became shoulder health.
Yeah, shoulder, like for whatever reason, you got so many people with like shoulder injuries and just injuries in general.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, really specifically like torn labrums.
Yes.
Post-op, or I don't want to have surgery.
Yeah.
Clients. Yeah.
And has had a lot of success with clients that have come in not needing surgery anymore. Physical therapists saying you're good, you're clear.
Yeah, like whatever your trainer's doing.
Yeah. So
stick with them.
Yeah. So it's just interesting how these people found you. And
yeah, it's been like over the course of the past, I don't know, like almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Like I just start gradually getting more shoulder clients.
Right.
And granted, it's all about making your shoulders feel good.
Yeah.
But also, still also losing weight, but actually gaining muscle in the process.
Yeah. Well, because
and doing it safely and making sure you're not hurting yourself.
Yeah. Because
shoulders are so easy to.
I'm so bad with interrupting. I am an interrupter. I try not to be. But I think that's a big thing that when you're a personal trainer, a lot of people go into training like saying, oh, I'm going to work with athletes. I'm going to do this and that. And it's a majority of the people that you're going to work with have injuries, are struggling.
Struggle more mentally than physically.
Yes, this isn't like
don't know how to eat.
You once in a while you get that athlete in front of you that's just like primed to go, and those people are really fun to work with. But more often than not, we see people that are injured, and I think especially you and myself, because you've worked with so many people in the recovery side, because you managed. Like stretch practitioner offices and that kind of stuff. And for myself doing Pilates, I do a lot of that. So people have scoliosis, any type of back issue, just like can't stand and exercise at the same time. So we just see people that are a little bit of a mess. But the best part about that is we see how exercise does heal people, exercise and nutrition, because we both do nutrition with those things.
Because it's all or nothing, truly.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it is. People are like, oh, I need help. And we're like, all right, we'll train you. But you are also going to listen to nutrition advice, because if you still eat like garbage, you are not going to see results if you do not
yeah,
do anything. Unless, I mean, how many people have you ever worked with that already ate good or ate well? I guess. If we're being-
not a lot.
I mean,
Not a lot.
honestly, like, can you count on one hand?
Yes.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Nutrition is a big thing, but it's like nutrition, and
And
that's
those are
what.
standout clients. So like, yeah, I remember who I started working with, and their nutrition was already good.
But let's talk about the underlying factor that a lot of people don't address, and that's the mental side of it. That's the mindset side of it, because a lot of this is psychological work.
Mhm.
And a lot of people oftentimes will leave my sessions or leave working with me saying, thank you for that therapy session. I'm like, you're welcome. And I always tell people too, it's like what's said in the session stays in the session.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and it's
but
more that people, I'm going to call out the general population. People are mentally lazy more than physically lazy.
yeah, yeah. And we don't say that as like a jab. I
No.
think most people are mentally lazy. Like, I think
Yeah.
that is the human mind wants you to chill out,
Mhm.
wants you to not do the hard things.
Yeah.
So it takes you becoming aware of that and starting to do the difficult things, the difficult tasks, putting yourself in those difficult situations, and you start to cultivate a tougher, more calloused mindset, if you will. So,
Yeah.
um,
Calluses.
yeah, you
Calluses.
liked that word.
Calluses.
Um,
Calluses.
but yeah, so that's kind of like what we do in a nutshell. And we love it,
Yeah,
incredibly
during the
passionate
day.
about it. Yeah.
That's what we do during the
That's
day.
like our day thing.
That's
But
that's our day job.
that's what we do during the day. And Devin and I work 24/7, 365
Yeah,
days
yeah.
a year.
Well, obviously, we're parents of 3.
Yes.
Of
And
course.
so,
We get breaks when the grandparents take the children from us.
yes.
Graciously take all 3 of them and give us a breather.
Yep. Yeah. Sometimes those breathers, though, are like, I don't know, like
It's a tease.
We love being parents and we love our children. It's just, I mean, if you're parents, you get it. It's just, it's a lot of work.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot of work. And the going from 1 to 3.
1 to 3 is like, I think I mean, I have nothing to compare it to, but going from 2-on-1 to outnumbered.
Yeah, it's hard.
In a single swoop.
Yes.
It's quite the leap.
So I like to tell people like my side of the story too. When I became a mom, it was incredible. It was incredible. But I had a huge identity crisis. So, and it's hard for me to talk about because you hear moms say like you hear and you believe, you're like, oh, this baby comes into your life and it's the most incredible thing. Like you're changed instantly. It's just all this happiness, unicorns and, rainbows and unicorns and the magic and the fluff and everything like that. And it's like, for me personally, while all of that was there, the challenging part for me was I absolutely loved my life beforehand.
Mhm.
I loved my career, love my career. I still do the same thing. We had a great time just like being married, doing our thing. So for me personally, once our daughter came around, it was like that transition of like, I'm a trainer, a coach, a wife, a friend, like all these things into being a mom. And I had a hard time at first putting all of those things together,
Mhm.
like meshing it all together. I had a really hard time with that. So I had like this identity crisis that I went through when Aubrey was born. And I came out of that. Like now I consider myself like I am a mom, I'm a wife, I'm all of these things. And I love it. I absolutely love it. But it wasn't like that at first. And so I didn't suffer from depression or anything like that. A little bit of anxiety, but in that anxiety came from me having that identity crisis. Like I went from working all the time, like just doing my job, doing all the things, to physically having to slow down. And I did not know how to do that. I didn't know how to go from 100 to 0, and just taking care of this precious little baby. So I hope that doesn't sound really bad. You know what I mean? Just like having, going through that struggle, but I did come out of it. So that was what was hard for me when Aubrey was born. And then when the boys were born, was actually a lot easier for me because I was a mom. Like that identity crisis wasn't there. Like I'm a mom. I understand how this works. So the challenging part for me when the boys were born was just like being able to, give them as much love and attention as I did with Aubrey. And I could kind of go on and on about like the good, the bad, and the ugly with all of that. But what about you? What was like,
Finishing your question, what
was like the harder part with Aubrey I feel like, or like the easier part with Aubrey moving from.
Oh, you clearly had all your thoughts thought out about this, and then I just got jumped.
No, it's just because I talk about it a lot with moms that I work with.
These questions because nobody talks about fatherhood.
Yeah,
it's silent.
Well, maybe you should.
Suffers in silence.
I feel true. Like no, I know, but
I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's true though.
Yeah, no.
Like moms talk about mom stuff. Dads.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's our age or my age because I'm like a youngish dad. I'm 28.
Yeah.
And like not a ton of people have kids at 28 in this generation, but they do. I don't know. Maybe it's just our little circle. Mm-hmm. But nobody talks about it.
Right. So talk about it.
What do you want me to talk about?
I don't know. Talk about the good, the bad, like good, what's gone hard. Really well. Like what do you love about it?
Being a dad in general is great. It's fun. You have like a bunch of little mini-me's that you're going to shape to be little versions of you. Being able to make all your kids laugh at every single thing you want them to.
The best part.
That's probably the best part.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Them laughing.
Yeah, absolutely. Laughing at all of my dumb jokes. Even when you're not making jokes and they laugh, it's great.
Yeah.
Like it's just stuff I'd say normally. Or like even, the most common one that comes to mind is when our daughter eats the leaves off the strawberries and just pops the whole thing in her mouth and eats it. And you say it, you're like, all right, what are you, a goat? And she just starts cracking up.
Crying, laughing so
she thinks
hard.
It's so funny.
So it's just
to
like
call her a goat because she eats the leaves off of a strawberry. Yeah.
So it's like the simplicity and the joy that kids bring. It's just like incredible. Mm-hmm. But then
Then there's a side that nobody warns you about is how painful it is to be a parent.
Yeah.
I guess it's you kind of get warned, but watching your kids grow up fast.
Yeah.
It's only been 2.5 years and I'm just like, it's like daggers in the heart just watching Aubrey grow up already.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is just going to get worse.
I can't even talk about it.
That part's only just going to get worse as she grows into a full-blown human being.
Yep. Yeah, it's so interesting because we'll like watch TV shows of kids like going to college and stuff like that. And it's like as hard as and as challenging as this time is right now because we don't have like that dependence or that independence and stuff. And we are being, they need us all the time. They need us. And that's okay. We signed up for this. Well, not like not necessarily like twins, but I'm happy that we were assigned the position. They need us all the time. But as challenging as it is, I absolutely know for a fact that we like these are like the good times. Like I know we will look back at all this and be like first I'm really proud of us for like getting through that and like doing that together. Surviving that together and we've grown as a couple like that together. But yeah, we're gonna miss that. I'm gonna cry if we talk about it.
Moving on.
So, but anyways, but
that's our day job, and then that's our parenthood job. That's 24/7, obviously.
Yeah.
What else are you into?
Well, I feel like.
Do you have any hobbies anymore? Because we're parents and we have a business, and we also have other.
So the question jobs. is people are like, how do you do it? If people are like.
I don't even have an answer for that. You just do.
I think that's an important answer to have.
I know, but that is the answer. You just do it because you have to.
You do it because you have to.
There's no other option.
And I think so, but in terms of doing it and being able to focus on our health and fitness and do these things, I think it's like, how do you do that? Because.
Oh, how do you still like work on your health and fitness?
Yeah.
Easier for us than others because it is our job. Because like it is our job to stay healthy. Because
I would say it's the pressure of that.
Yeah, right.
Like it's only easier because there's a certain pressure that has been applied. Mm-hmm. Like for me personally, like I'm a personal trainer. I am a Pilates instructor. I'm a nutritionist. Mm-hmm. I better look the part if
Right.
I'm going to preach that. And people might be like, oh no, Eileen, like it's, you know, but no, like if I would not take advice from someone else, how am I trying to say this? I'm trying to word this properly.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody didn't look like they practice what they preach, why would you listen to them?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's that pressure. So that pressure has motivated me on days that I did not feel like it to get up and do the thing.
Yeah.
So is it easier? Okay, sure, because there's a certain pressure, but I work my butt off to get where I'm at currently, you know, since these babies were born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's that aspect to it. But I think that also goes with when you are, you know, you have to have like your why. You have to have your motivation. And you have to have your priorities in alignment, right? So I think a lot of parents, I hear a lot of moms come to me saying like that they're overwhelmed with wanting to get healthy. Like you have these little babies, your toddlers, your kids running around. You have all of that to manage. And then maybe you have your job to manage. And then now on top of that, you're wanting me to start to focus on my health and fitness. Well, what you have to understand is when your health and fitness is in alignment and when you are doing workouts and you're eating good foods, all of those other things become easier. Taking care of your babies becomes easier. Doing your job becomes easier. And you might say like, well, sure, but how am I going to start to fit those things in? And that is where, one, having a simple approach into your plan matters. And two, what simple approach, and then what else? I lost my train of thought. This is
classic Aileen.
It's not classic Aileen.
Classic Aileen. I'm going to number things, and I only have one.
Okay.
Burn.
It was a little bit of a burn.
Boom roasted. 1, keep it simple. 2.
Can you leave me alone, Devin? We've been together for 14 years. For those that don't know, it has been, I think, 14 years.
November 2029. November of 2009.
You idiot.
Oh, yeah.
Boom roast.
Egg on my face.
Egg on my face.
Anyway,
I've never heard that term. Okay, so this is...
So stop. You've never heard egg on my face?
No.
All right, moving on. Comments. Light her up. Never heard egg on my face.
But anyways, it's 1, having a simple approach, and 2, it having your why, having that motivation, and understanding. There was a number 2. It's understanding why you're doing it. And
okay, explain that though, because I'm like, I say this to all of my clients.
Yeah.
And it always needs a very dig in explanation.
Okay.
Like, why are you doing it? Because I want to lose weight. Why are you doing it? Because I want some energy. Well, we're getting
this
closer.
is where it takes you getting vulnerable with yourself and being very real with yourself and understanding that your why needs to be such a deep emotional connection to you and your being that
when you don't feel motivated
and the barriers pop up and the sleepless nights happen and the kids are sick, that is when you attach yourself to that why and you still freaking do it. Like you still go and do the thing. And more times than not, you will feel better doing the workout than going and sitting on the couch and doom scrolling through social media. So
doom scrolling.
That's what they call it, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's doom scrolling. So, you know, yeah. But anyways, when it comes to you developing your why, you should cry. Even the person with all of the walls built up should cry. And you might think, no, I don't know. People, I feel like hear that and they think it's like wishy-washy or not me. I don't cry. You know,
like, well, there's one problem.
That's like tears are for the weak. It's like, okay,
really, you don't cry at all?
Yeah, but
everybody,
yeah, it's cry. Like
it's a healthy expression of emotion.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you don't cry because you're a guy. Good for you.
Yeah,
you probably have so much trauma.
Do you want to share what your why is?
For what?
For like, why do you? Yeah, you are absolutely exhausted. You are doing 1,000,010 things, raising a family, you know, all the things. So why do you go do your workout? Why do
I work out?
Yeah.
Because I want to look like a sexy piece of twisted steel.
Yeah, but why do you do the hard things?
So I work out, one, because I just like challenging myself, and working out is a good challenge. And that'll always foster growth in some way, whether that's in the gym or mentally.
It translates to real life.
Translates.
Very
but
well.
Two is because I need to be the best example for the kids. And
why does that matter?
They're not gonna.
I'm just getting into it.
I need to be a good example for the kids, and the best way for your kids to be healthy is to, be a leader. And if you're not doing it yourself, there's not a chance in hell they're going to do it.
Yeah, lead by example.
So if I lead by example from literally every moment that they ever remember of me, we're in a good spot, and then they'll be healthy.
Yep.
Anyways, what were you saying? Why, what?
Why does it matter to you that your kids are healthy and all that kind of stuff, and you're healthy? And
because why would I want my kids to be miserable? That's evil.
Yep.
I want them to be just as healthy, just as I want them to feel good in their skin, like actually physically feel good, and also mentally.
Yeah,
that's important too. Live to 100.
How long are humans meant to live for?
Probably like 600 years.
And then
we're not going down that rabbit hole today, though. We need to keep this nice and brief.
Anyways, you want to hear us talk about aliens? Scroll through
aliens, dinosaurs,
religion. But anyways, yeah. So having a deep understanding of your why, having an emotional connection to that, and then having a simple plan to follow. And I tell people that's just it. People are trying to find the secret to health and fitness. And a lot of coaches, a lot of things out there do a really good job at selling their quote unquote secrets.
There's no secret.
There is the secret. Like if we were going to put one out there, it is literally the consistent hard work and being able to bounce back from a failed day. When you can bounce back from a failed day and wake up and say, okay, yesterday was bad. Today I am making the change and being, not persevere, but resilient, being resilient. That is the person that is successful, and it's changing your identity. So if there was another secret, if we are going to say that there's a secret,
you want to expand that? The secret to anything is consistency.
That's hard work, and being able to persevere and bounce back from a failed day, failed week, whatever the case is, and not letting a failed day become a failed week. You know what I mean? Like not letting that snowball. So
yeah, we're just like, oh, it's not working. Well, you had a rough day on Tuesday and you haven't worked out in 10 days. What do you mean it's not working?
Yeah.
You're not working. You gave up.
Right.
Which is where we come in. Check in on you when that starts happening. But anyway.
Yeah. So, but anyways, and just having that identity for yourself that I am a person that's healthy. I am a person that exercises. I am, someone that leads by example for my children. I am somebody, I am this, and genuinely believing that and starting to live that lifestyle and build that confidence, build the positive momentum to take yourself forward. So yeah, that's that.
Nice. Until next time.
Yeah. Is that it?
I mean, I don't want to undo that abruptly.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right.
Anyway, speaking of consistency, we're going to start doing this consistently again.
Yeah. So we've been off and on. Pregnancy has.
Yeah. I mean, those are the only reasons we ever stopped. Yeah. This was you being pregnant twice now.
Yep. Pregnant. And when I do get pregnant, you guys, I get very sick. So it's like being able to show up. It's just something that I did not choose to prioritize. I had to, we call it factory setting Aileen. Like I hide in a little bit of a hole when I do not feel well. So it's, good, bad, whatever you'll call it. It is what it is. It's who I am. I am introverted. And I had to take care of my health and my daughter at the time and my boys. So, so yeah.
But anyways, what you can expect in the future from us, obviously we're going to get back to podcasting, video vlog casting. I don't know what this is called.
Vlog casting. I like that.
Video podcast.
Yep.
Sure. But also, in addition to that, we should do like more like fun type of video content other than us just sitting here talking.
Like vlog stuff, like follow a day in the life.
No, that's not fun stuff. That's just
people would love to see a day in the life.
Sure,
for us.
but anyways, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about more like
you want to see
more
it,
structured fun stuff.
Oh,
like I don't know, us cooking high protein meals and tasting them and either having them flop or be delicious.
Yeah, Devin's good at that. I could say that's you. Devin has a gift. Other than shoulders, his gift is coming up with high protein, yummy snack meals. It's not me. If I could eat chicken breasts and hamburgers for the rest of my life, I probably would with a pizza. So Devin's the one that comes up with recipes.
All right. Well, apparently that's all.
But I will participate.
Amy also has an idea for other type of stuff.
Like what?
I don't know. I just came up with one off the top of my head.
Oh, you did?
So I don't know.
What's my thing?
So here's the other problem. Aileen is chronically offline. The only thing she listens to.
What does that mean?
She's not online at all. The only thing she does online.
Oh, you're saying like YouTube and stuff? Like I don't look at YouTube?
They're not social media, but like stuff that is trending. What goes on the internet.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Memes. I mean, that's aside. But when I say chronically offline, like.
I'm not up to date with pop culture.
No internet culture in Aileen's brain.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't know what goes on YouTube. Doesn't know what works, what doesn't work.
Yes.
I am the opposite. I am on YouTube.
Devin is my manager.
Sure, I guess so.
A lot of jazz.
It's the truth.
Okay.
You don't use YouTube.
No, I don't.
We're gonna have to change that.
What's on YouTube?
I mean, everything I watch is either funny, informational.
Okay, so something funny.
At least entertaining somehow.
You want to hear a joke?
Yeah, let's hear it. Yeah, let's hear it. Before we end this, let's hear your joke.
What do you call a mean cow?
What? What do you call a mean cow?
Yeah. Beef jerky.
Oh my
we should end it. We should end it.
Such a rough dad joke.
I am embarrassed that I just said that. Anyways, let's end it here. If you guys want more from us, we do have our Facebook group and then our Instagram. In our Facebook group, that's where we do a lot more education around health and fitness. So you can pop in there. We do have a health and fitness app where we do our nutrition coaching and strength training coaching and more personal stuff. So if you're ever interested in anything like that, you can, what do people in YouTube do? They comment.
Yeah, they comment.
You can comment.
All of our stuff is linked below. So just reach out. You can DM us.
Perfect.
Message us in the app. I don't,
Very good.
We're not hard to reach.
We aren't hard to reach. Sometimes we just don't answer because we have children.
It's true.
But we usually get back to people in 24 hours.
Always. Yeah.
Yep. So, all right, you guys.
Bye.